into today's mantra, shall we? Today's mantra comes from Thich Nhat Hanh, one of my favorites in the yoga and meditation realm. And Thich Nhat Hanh says, the feeling that any task is a nuisance will soon disappear if it is done in mindfulness. The feeling that any task is a nuisance will soon disappear if it is done in mindfulness. So when you are getting ready to write out those holiday cards, think of today's mantra, doing it in mindfulness, right? Sometimes the having to do all of our to-dos of the day, of the week, of the month. And when we have the added stress of the holiday season, being more present, being more mindful. And that could just be something as simple as today's class, taking some time for stillness in our meditation, as well as just taking a simple moment to pause, taking a deep breath. So take a deep breath, my friends, because we have some core work coming your way. Let's meet on our mats. We are going to start. You might want to grab a yoga block today too. If you don't have it nearby, we will be using it in today's core sequence. And I want to remind you as we get settled onto our mats, you want to make sure that not only you have that yoga block, but don't forget that we're incorporating the breath work. That is what's the difference between a yoga class where we're doing some core work. Sure, we might be counting reps. Sure, we might be moving at a different speed than, say, our traditional asana practice. But I want to remind you of that core foundation, which is our breath. So yoga block, this is optional, not necessary. I'm going to extend my legs out nice and far. Nice. I love that, Martha. I saw that yoga block looking good. As you extend the legs, think Paschimottanasana. Feet are going to be the width of the yoga block. Now, I'm not going to use my yoga block tall. I'm going to place it on its side, and then I'm going to press it right in between the feet and ankle bones. Now, if we start doing this ab work and it's not working for you, just drop the block. It's not going to make a noise or anything, I promise. So really root into your sit bones and spread the flesh away. Let me get another friend that just came on. We don't want them to miss the core work now, do we? All right. Now, as you extend your block nice and long, start to engage the inner thighs by squeezing that yoga block. Doing this engagement for the duration of this part of our practice. Take the hands behind, and they're going to stack right underneath the shoulders. And then I want you to lift the heart nice and tall. Think of even squeezing those shoulder blades together. We're working on that low transverse abdominis beneath the navel. So if you're just joining us, grab your yoga block, place it lengthwise between the feet. From here, my friends, really root down those sit bones, lift the sternum. As you inhale, lift the legs, hands behind for support. And as you exhale, keep the spine long, draw the knees into the chest. Good, moving nice and slow. Try to keep those heels up even with the knees. Exhale long. Using the quads here, slowly lower down. Now, as you lower, barely let the block touch the mat. Inhale, raise, use the quads. Exhale, try to keep those heels even with the knees, slowly coming back in. I know. Exhale, extend. Exhale to lower. Now, let me show you. If you drop that yoga block, that's okay. We're going to lift the feet, extend the legs. We're going to draw the knees into the chest. Exhale, extend, and exhale to lower. So same inhale, exhale. I'm grabbing that block again. Inhale, remember the block is optional. Inhale, bring the knees to chest, spine long. Exhale, press it out and lower down. Rest as needed. Keep the front body long. Inhale, lift. Same inhale, draw the knees in. I know. Exhale, extend. And lower down. And we have a few more. Rest, hydrate as needed. Inhale, lift. Keep those legs long. Exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Heels and knees, same height. Exhale, extend. And exhale, lower. Good. Take a break. Swish those toes side to side. Check in with the belly. Now, if you're not feeling this in the low belly, you must be sleeping because I am really feeling this right underneath that navel. Now, fingertips facing the body, lift the heart again, pressing those palms into the earth, squeeze the shoulder blades. Let's engage. The legs are going to press into that yoga block. Inhale, straight legs, just lift your heels. Good. Exhale, knees into the chest. Exhale, extend. Same exhale to lower. Good. And again, inhale, lift. Inhale, bring it in. Yes, you can. Good. Exhale, extend. Exhale to lower. Inhale again. Bring it in, friends. Keep those hearts nice and broad. Exhale out. Exhale to lower. We have one more, our last one. Inhale to lift, legs straight, spine straight. Bring it in on the inhale. Press those heels out on the exhale. Lower, release the block, forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Take a break here. Now I'm really just leaning in. Think of consoling those abdominals. Every cupcake, every bite of every Christmas cookie, it is worth it, is it not? All right, take that block, place it to the side. Bring the hands back to where they were, and let's bend the knees. Feet are gonna come about hips width, and then let's press up into reverse table. I want you to think of this as not just stretching the upper body, but send the shins forward, reach the crown of the head back, lift the hips. Feel the stretch in the abdominals in the front body chain. Take another breath here. Good. Exhale, let's lower those sit bones down. And let's just briefly come into a nice crisscross applesauce, Sukhasana. Sitting up nice and tall. Again, root those sit bones in. Let's just roll the shoulders. So feel the breath penetrating through the edges of the body. Just undoing all that tension that we just tried to accomplish in that brief abdominal section. Change directions of the rotation. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Looking good, everybody. Really nice posture. Looking good on this end. Good, and release. Wonderful. Let's stretch out the sides of the body. So on your inhale, take that left hand, reach it out, reach your right arm up. Now think of reaching out of the shoulder socket. We're gonna go over to the side in a minute. Root the outer right knee down, root the outer right sit bone down. Just reaching straight up, feel that space between the right ribs. And now, friends, as you exhale, take the right thumb, reach it back, and then reach it over. Good. So you're thinking of reaching for the back left corner of your space. I want you to feel the lengthening, not only in the front body, but in that right side waist. Good. Inhale, let's come up to center. Exhale, right hand comes down. Let's start that left side. So as you inhale, reach high up, pressing the outer left knee and sit bone down. Good. Feel the rooting down in order to rise up. Really settle into that. And then, friends, as you exhale, reach that left thumb back and then reach overhead. So you'll see I'm getting the stretch through the front of the body as well as the left side body. Take another deep breath. This is not about how far you can go over to the side. We're trying to stretch out all aspects of the abdominal region. Good. Exhale, left hand comes down. On the inhale, reach hands up nice and tall. Exhale, let's come into that forward fold. So take it as little or as much as you would like. You don't need to go far here in order to feel the extension, just breathing into the back body. I want you to think of all sides of the pelvis. Good. Inhale, reaching back up. Exhale, releasing down. Now, are you feeling a little warmer? I know I am. Let's extend the legs long. Take a minute, shake those legs out, windshield wiper the toes. Now, this next one, we're not going to need any blocks for, but feel free to put hands on blocks if you want to bring the earth up a little closer. So bring the feet together. Think of the legs as in one unit. So zip the legs together, point your toes. Hands are going to come behind, stack underneath the shoulders. From here, friends, let's inhale into reverse plank. Some of you are going to stay right here. We're coming into the second section of our abdominals. On your next inhale, take the right knee, bring it into the chest. Keep the hips lifting. Exhale, press it down. Feet are flexed. Inhale, left knee in. Exhale, down. Inhale, right. Exhale, down. You get the idea. Inhale. So what you're going to see is a fatigue as it starts to set in. You're going to feel the booty dropping. So really rooting in through the heels, pressing the hips up, keeping the heart space broad. We have just 3 more. Inhale on the way in, exhale on the way out. Last one, friends. Good. As you exhale, lower the sit bones. Inhale, reach high, flex the feet. Exhale, Paschimottanasana. Woo. So we are working our core, as we can see. We're also working the upper body as well. Extra burn for those holiday desserts I spoke about earlier. I promise I won't mention them again. Inhale, sitting up tall. Take the hands behind, just in a more relaxing state. Not just windshield wiper the toes. I'm sure you can hear my breath. Working hard to restore that Ujjayi breath, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. This is not meant to be easy, right? We're challenging ourselves. We're getting our body warmed up for what's to come. Now take another crisscross of the legs, Sukhasana, but can you cross them the opposite or perhaps your unnatural cross? Sitting up nice and tall as you root the outer knees down, sit bones root in, breathing in nice and tall. As you exhale, friends, let's twist to the right. Left hand will come to that right thigh, and then just look over that right shoulder. Keep the chin high away from the chest, looking straight out ahead. We never want to close off that throat and heart chakra. Good. As you exhale, come back to center. Take a cleansing breath with me from the center. Inhale, circle the arms out. Really reach those fingertips high, and exhale, palms to heart center. Recenter your focus, your foundation, and then let's inhale, twisting to the left. Again, same idea, chin away from the chest. We all know the twisting comes from the thoracic spine, so we're working hard to really elongate on the inhale, and then release that twist on the exhale. Beautiful. Keep the same cross of the legs here. As you inhale, friends, really reach up, stretching the sides of the waist once again. And as you exhale, go ahead into that forward fold. Good. Just settling in here, breathing into any spaces that might be resistant. Sway the jaw, sway the tongue in the mouth, just relaxing any tension. And then just gently walk the hands back into the legs, coming back up to upright. Whew. We're going to flip it over. We have just a little bit more core work. I hope that excites you. I hope that brings a smile to your face. We're going to come into bear pose. Now, I'm personally going to turn sideways. You don't need to do that. I just want to show you exactly where I am at. And I think you can see me. Yes, you can. All right. On your next inhale, friends, tuck your toes. You're going to send your heels back so your knees are hovering about an inch or two above the earth. Option one, you're going to stay right here. This is some great core work. Option two, we're going to add in that balance. So you're going to take your right hand, just lift the left leg, tap right hand to left thigh, and then back to bear pose. On the inhale, left to right. Exhale, replace all four limbs. Inhale, tap. Exhale, down. So a faster pace in the breath. And as I'm working here, moving at your own pace, what you're going to notice, the challenge here is you want to keep your hips nice and even. You want to keep the shoulders nice and even. So believe it or not, we're really working that core. The entire body here is working. Try not to raise the sit bones up too high, keeping the body like in plank, as straight as a board. And we have just a few more. So inhaling to tap, exhale to replace the limbs, knees still hovering. Good, we have 3 more. And 2 more. Last one, knees come to the mat, child's pose. Draw the elbows back to the knees, letting the third eye rest on the mat, inviting a longer breath in and a deeper breath out. Take the shoulders far from the ears, let them relax. Take one more breath here. Good. Let's press it up, kneeling onto our mats. I hope that felt good. And I already know, I don't even have to ask. I know you're feeling warmer than when we started, right? I promise the ab section is almost done. We have one more section, and we have 2 sides to our body. So we never want to forget the sides of our abdominals. So I'm going to ask you to come into forearm plank, but on the right side. So I'm going to lay my right arm down, lay down on the right side of your body, extend your body long. Now, again, you don't need to turn sideways. I just want to do this so that you could see what I'm actually going to be asking you to do. Shoulder stacked above the elbow. And then what I'm doing is I'm placing my right hand flat on the mat and then pressing into either a bent right leg. So those that are bending the right leg, you're going to press the hips up. This will be a little bit easier and less challenging on the abdominals. Those of you extending both legs, you're just gonna lift the hips up, lift that left hip high. Good, left hand can come to hip, or you can extend the arm. Now, option you can hold right here. Otherwise, we're gonna lift that left pinky toe and just tap the outside of that left thigh. Inhale, tap, exhale down. Inhale, tap, still lifting the hips. Now let me switch it up. The friends that are on the outer left shin, it'll look like this. Same thing, inhale to tap, exhale. Really challenging, again, the upper body. Rest is needed. We have 3 more. How's your breath? 2 more, last one. Exhale, lower down onto that right side body. Flip yourself up, gently, mindfully breathing as you come around. Thank goodness we only have 2 sides. I hope you're feeling this through the core. Now, the more you want to get into the core, you could always add a weight on the side of the body. You will not see me demonstrating that today for sure. So again, you'll come onto the left forearm, stack the elbow right beneath the shoulder, place that left palm down. You know your options, bent left leg. As you press up, you'll be on the outer left shin. Otherwise, both legs out straight, pressing up. Find your breath, find your rhythm. You can reach that right arm up or keep it here on the hip. Inhale, tap, exhale together. Beautiful, everyone. Inhale and exhale. Really now focusing on the breath. If you don't like the tap, you could still do this, maybe even getting more support. You could use a yoga block. You know, I like to show you all the options. And we have 3 more. Inhale, tap, keep the hips lifted. 2 more. Last one. And lower down, beautifully done. Hands behind for support, feet width of the yoga mat. Flex your feet, rotate those knees. Windshield wiper, bring the knees side to side. This is a great time to hydrate. This is a great time to take an early Shavasana. That's my early Christmas present to each of you, Shavasana. We'll have an extended one at the end of class, I promise. How's your abdominals feeling? Have we woken them up yet? That's the important question of the day. All right, let's extend our legs into a wide-legged straddle. Now feel free to turn sideways on your mat, as I have many times before. And allow yourself, collect your breath. As I said, it might take a few moments to really settle into the Ujjayi breath. Beautiful posture, everybody. Sitting up tall, feel free to take it so that your back is against a wall. Flex your feet, nice and active through the legs. And then again, thinking about the sides of our waist here. As you inhale, root down through the foundation, lift up through the fingertips. Urdhva Hastasana arms, good. Inhale here. Now, as you exhale, right hand is going to come down to the inside of the right leg. Lift the left arm out of the shoulder socket. So press the right palm down, lift your left fingertips. And now, once again, take the left thumb, reach it back, spiral the heart skyward. So you're getting a nice stretch through the left side waist. Don't forget to root down, breathe. Good. And now let's take it into that side body stretch. As you inhale, lengthen the right side waist. As you exhale, keep it long and then reach over toward that right side of your space. Good. So what you'll see here is I'm not collapsing into my right waist, I'm lengthening. So crown of the head is reaching. Left fingertips are reaching. Good. Let's inhale all the way up. As you exhale, relax the legs, gentle windshield wiper of the toes. We are going to re-engage, my friends. So reposition yourself if needed. Find that neutral balance, not only in the breath, but in the spine. And then as you inhale, engage, root down, reach up with that right palm, come out of the shoulder girdle. Left hand will root down the inside of that left leg. On the next breath, we're going to inhale, reach that right thumb back, lift the heart. Feel this a lot in the inner left thigh and groin. From here, take it over to an elongated left side waist. Reach through the crown of the head. So back of the neck is long, throat is long. So it's not about how far you can go down today. It's about how much can you lengthen by rooting down in order to rise up. Let's inhale, come back to center. Take a breath, deep inhale, deep exhale. I want you to feel the balance of the breath here. On your next inhale, nice and tall, root down through the heels, backs of the knees and sit bones. As you exhale, walk the hands forward. So you might find your deepest expression on that first breath, or you might just leave the hands to blocks or elbows on blocks. Pull the mat toward you as you continue to flex the feet. Inhale, send the heart further away from the navel. Exhale, if you can, you'll hinge at the hips. That combination, we are inviting space. There's no award in yoga. There's no competition. We're just creating space, inviting it in gently and efficiently. On your inhale, walk the hands back to the legs. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the outer thighs. Gently assist those legs back toward the edges of the yoga mat. Hands behind once again, flex your feet, just the heels on the mat as you take time. As you windshield wiper the knees side to side, I want you to really find that invitation for a slower, deeper breath. Continue to lift the heart skyward and let the movement not come from the upper body, just the lower legs. Good. This will help to really get into the outer hips, the adductors, the groin, the hamstrings. Really nicely done, everybody. Now, it wouldn't be a yoga class without a down dog. So let's bring those legs around. You can start in table pose if you want to go a little slower. Otherwise, if or when you're ready today, join me in down dog. Feet are going to be hips distance, palms shoulder width. And as you start to find your breath, the rhythm of the breath is our anchor. In every yoga practice we do, start to walk your dog. Begin to press through the fingertips as much as the heels of the hands. That's going to save your wrists over the length of your yoga practice, the life of your yoga practice. And then send the heels toward the mat. Press the mat away. Take some moments to find yes and no motion with the head, with the neck. And then let's walk the hands back to the feet. Legs are straight or bent here. Find what works for your body. And then you can let the hands rest in space on the mat, on blocks, or even take ragdoll arms. Opposite hand to opposite elbow. Draw that navel in. Allow the weight to transition to the balls of the feet, the toes, with each round of breath, just a little bit more than the last round of breath. Breathe into that sensation. You'll feel lengthening through the entire posterior chain of the body. You're looking between the knees or toward your navel. Take another deep breath in here. Another long out breath. Release your hands. Let's walk the hands forward. Find your plank pose. Nice lowering of the pelvis. Take your hip points, reach them up toward the ribs, and then really engage your glutes, my friends, pressing the mat away. Let's take another breath here. And then as you exhale, slow chaturanga. Now you could just simply lower the knees like I'm going to demo here. And then on your inhale, let's find cobra shape. Beautiful. So really press into the fingertips again, distribute the weight, pull your heart through, pull those shoulders back, lift your skull. Good. Now press into the tops of the feet, your toenails. If you can, let your knees hover the mat for up dog. Feel the difference. And then as you exhale, press back once again into down dog. Beautiful. On your next inhale, take that right heel, reach it sky high. And as you exhale, step it through Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Your left knee will come down. Good, pressing up. Now, if you need a little support, you could have blocks on either side of the body. Relax your shoulders down and back and just take the hands, join them at your low back. As you join the hands at your low back, relax the shoulders down, reach for the back heel, lift the heart space, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then reach through the crown of the head, hug that right hip back. Take the left hip forward, really feeling that toning sensation through the front body. Good. Now, as you exhale, release the hands. Let's frame that right foot. Again, hands to blocks or the mat. Inhale, flex your right foot. Keep the head and heart forward. Drag that sit bone back on your next exhalation. Your right leg will come to straight. Now remember, you want to activate the quad. Raise the kneecap. Really root that right foot in. Flex that right foot like you're standing on the floor. Maybe taking those sit bones back a little closer to the left heel. Good. Feel the stretch. Good. Let's come back up into Anjaneyasana. Relax your shoulders down and back. Come back to upright. Re-corset the ribs. Take those hands once again behind. Lift the heart. Melt your knuckles down. And then hug that right femur back into the hip socket. Send your left hip to me and really engage your abdominals and front body chain. Good. And then exhale, friends, release. You're going to frame the right foot as you tuck your left toes, send the heel back, and then step it back to down dog. Your option to stay here or take vinyasa by inhaling with me, slow into plank. Exhale, slow chaturanga. Knees come down. Inhale, find your cobra. Take a breath in cobra. Fine tuning those nuances. Press through the tops of the feet. Can you now hover the knees for up dog? And then exhale, back to down dog. Take some time here. Yes and no's with the head and neck. Walk your dog. You'll notice today we can move slowly, deeply, still burning all those calories without vigorously jarring our bodies around. On the next inhale, take your left heel high. And then as you exhale, step it through, coming into Anjaneyasana, low lunge, right knee down. Untuck your toes. Nice and high. Relax those shoulders back. This time, as you join the hands at your low back, put the opposite thumb on top. This way might feel a bit unnatural. If you can, you'll straighten the arms, lift the heart, hug your left femur back, send your right hip forward. Really activate as you press into the top of the right shin. Really feel that connection to the earth. Beautiful. Now, as you exhale, release once again, framing, hands to blocks or mat, frame your left foot, flex your left foot. And then the only thing I want you to move back is the sit bones. Drag the sit bone back. Head and heart stay forward. I should be able to place a water bottle between your shoulder blades. Remember to keep that left quad active. That's going to make the stretch also an opportunity to strengthen the body in that posture. Take another deep breath. Good. Inhale, come back to Anjaneyasana. We're going to re-engage. So draw the navel in, corset the ribs as you hug that left femur back. Join the hands, opposite thumb on top. So still that same unnatural clasp of the hands, lifting the heart. Good. Root down through the right shin, top of the right foot. Beautiful. As you exhale, friends, frame, tuck right toes, step the left foot back, come right into down dog. You know you can hang out here or inhale, find your plank. Exhale, slow chaturanga. Now, those not lowering the knees, 90-degree angle with the arms, elbows hugging the ribs. Inhale right into up dog this time, if you can. And then exhale, back to down dog. Walk the hands back. You know your options with props or not. Take the opposite grip for those taking ragdoll arms. Take this time to re-engage into the present moment with the breath, hinging at the hips, weight transferring toward the balls of the feet and toes, crown and elbows hanging heavy. Take one more deep breath in. Deep breath out, release the arms, reach wide, come all the way up. Nice flat back here. And then friends, as you exhale, cactus shape the arms, lift the heart. And then as you exhale, release those hands down. Let's just take 2 cleansing breaths here. Nice grounding through the feet. Inhale, reach it up. Really reach out of the shoulder girdles today. Exhale, let the palms drift to heart center. And again, inhale. Think of this not just as a cleansing breath, but a grounding breath. Really feel your feet on the earth. And then exhale, let it all go. What a great time to come into a balancing postures. So feel free to find the wall for support. We're going to start on our right foot. So you may want to have the wall toward your right side. Standing on that right foot, we're going to come right into Garudasana, eagle pose. So we're going to sit into Utkatasana. Remember, your option is stay right here. Take the left leg, wrap it around. You're going to do it once, maybe twice. You could place your left toes on a block or tuck them behind the calf. Squeeze your legs together, sit low in Utkatasana. Now remember, if your hand is to the wall, it'll stay there. Take that left hand to the right shoulder. If you're not using the wall, right hand to the left shoulder, right elbow on top. Give yourself a hug, raise the elbows. Now, for those of you doing it a little differently, left arm will come underneath the right, palms will meet. Now press your forearms and your legs together. Send the forearms far from the body. Good. Send the elbows far from the body. Lift your fingertips. Those of you that are giving yourself a hug, raise the elbows another inch. Take one more breath. Good. Exhale, unravel and release. Shake out that right leg. Really nice. Stay with that same grounding breath that you had as you transition. You may be traveling to the other side of your stage, finding the wall to your left. You may be using a chair or just relying on your balance today. Left leg will be our base, Utkatasana. Don't forget, friends, hip points up toward the ribs. Elongate that low back. Good. Now, right leg is going to come around for the journey. Once or twice, you know your options. Squeeze the inner thighs and legs together. If that left hand is on the wall, right hand to the left shoulder, left elbow on top this time. Give yourself a big hug and raise the elbows, sit a little lower, or that other option, coming into full Garudasana arms, right elbow underneath. Now squeeze your forearms together, send your elbows away from the body. Feel this in the upper back. Raise your fingertips. Those that are giving themselves a hug, just raise the elbows another inch. Exhale, unravel and release. Beautiful. Roll your shoulders. Breathe into your heart space. You might even bend those entire arms, getting everything involved and engaging every aspect of your body. Really nicely done, friends. Good. Now this next one, good old-fashioned tree pose, but we're going to add in a little twist. So, and I don't mean a twist, literally. Right hand could be on the wall. So we're going to come back to standing on our right foot. What I recommend is only doing that first option where we put the left heel into the inner ankle, or you're going to do the second option. I don't recommend this. You'll see why momentarily. So find your leg posture that works for you. Good posture. Now, the right hand is going to rest at your side. Left hand is going to reach behind. Take hold of the right arm. Left arm behind. Hold to the right bicep. Good. Now stay in your tree pose. Relax your shoulders. Lift your heart. And then, friends, from here, find your tallest self as you exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Now, if by chance this option does not work for you or the balance is not working, you can easily place that left foot down. And we have just a few more breaths. If the legs get tired, come out of the posture and then rejoin us when you can. Breathe into the left side of the jaw, the trap, the neck. Keep your shoulders heavy and far from the ears. Release the arms, the head, and release that left leg down. Shake out that right side, breathe. Just a fun little spin on our usual Vrikshasana tree pose. So those of you using the second side, you might travel over to that left wall. Left leg will be our base. You know your options. Now, if you want to try and do that above the knee, that's fine with me, but just be safe. I don't want anyone getting injured. Left arm is going to relax at your side. Right arm will reach behind. Now, if you can't reach that left arm, place the hand, the top of the hand in the sacrum, or hold that left bicep. See which works best for you. Relaxing the shoulders, lifting through the crown. As you exhale, friends, left ear toward that left shoulder. Looks really good. Find your breath. Now, where are you looking during this posture? I'm looking toward the earth and a spot on the ground that's not moving. And then we focus then on the breath and the nuances of the shape. We're opening the right hip. We're opening and lengthening the right side of the neck, the trap. Take another deep breath here. Good. Exhale, release the arm, the head, and the right leg. Shake out that left side. Excellent, friends. Use your yoga block if you'd like for our malasana, our yoga squat. I want to get into those hips a little bit more. If you're using the block, use it height-wise or make it in its tallest stature. And then take your feet wide. Now, if you used to do malasana without a yoga block and now you're using one, who cares, right? We're taking the ego out of all the yoga practice that we can. And that's for the lifetime of our yoga practice. So roll your shoulders back, finding your nice tall spine, broaden your heart space. As you continue to broaden, now just bring the palms slowly and gently to heart center. Good. Continue to lift through the sternum. And then friends, as you exhale, you'll find either halfway or all the way down. Now you might look down to check in with that yoga block. I just stay broad through the heart space. Good. Really nice. Breathing here. Now I can do malasana without a yoga block, but I really want to think of my back against the wall. So try to avoid that hinging at the hips best you can. And maybe 2 yoga blocks, maybe a chair. So don't think there's any shame in your game during malasana. Take one more breath here. Now this time, as we come up, we're going to inhale all the way up. If you can, raise the heels. Do a nice little calf raise here. Exhale, heels down. Really nice. Now, can you feel a lifting through the inner arches of the feet? What I mean by that is place most of the weight in your body into the pinky toe or outer heel edge of your feet. Inhale tall, heart space broad, exhale all the way down. So my big toes for me are actually off the mat, just so I can practice that transition to come all the way in. And I like to practice this with a block first as I perfect and as I play with my own practice. Still big toes lifted. Inhale, press through the outer arches of the feet, come up, maybe a calf raise. Exhale, lower those heels. Last one, friends. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale. So I'm pressing the backs of the knees toward the back of my space. For me, this has really helped create space in the areas that my body desires space. If it doesn't work for you or you're halfway, that's great. Let's inhale tall, come all the way up. Let's raise the heels. Exhale, heels down, relax. Really nice. Go ahead and remove that yoga block off to the side. Now you may want to use the wall again or just stay to the center of your yoga mat. Hands to hips. Standing on the left leg, just start to draw some big circles with the right knee. So you determine how much support you desire. See how you're feeling. If this might be your side that you need to take it a little easy on. Most important is a tall spine, breath, and those big rotations. Really nice. Good. Take that right foot down. Let's continue with the left side. You can even stay right where you are on the same side of your space. Just start to circle that left leg. Now, again, you can take this to any level. You can place the foot down between each one, or you can really challenge the balance and just keep that continuous motion through the snap, crackle, pop, if anyone's hips are like mine. 3 more. Nice and tall. We're really working the core here. Nice length in the side waist. Left foot comes down, shake it out. And we're going to go back to the right side to stand on. And I lied to you. We're going to stand on the left foot. You can stay on the same side of your space. Now we did this direction. I want to go the opposite way. So on your inhale, lift the knee out and up. Exhale, bring it toward the midline. So really focusing as we use that right knee to just think of this as getting the kinks out of that hip joint. Really important to keep our hips loose and supple. We have 3 more. Breathing here, using your abdominals. Right foot comes down. Let's take it right into the second side. As you inhale, think of crunching the left oblique. Knee comes up. Exhale it in and down. Inhale out. Now, as you concentrate on getting it right? We always want to be accurate as humans. Keep your breath flowing. Keep your heart space nice and broad. 3 more. And this is not to fatigue you. This is just to get into those all-important hips. Really nice. Shake it out. Really beautiful. Get a cup of water, take a sip, do what you need to do. We are going to find ourselves in a wide-legged straddle. And then you may want to grab that yoga block again. I'll show you using the yoga block. Taking our feet nice and wide. We're just going to hold on to the yoga block. And for me, friends, the yoga block, I'm going to hold it up nice and tall. Now, Skandasana. So toes are going to stay facing forward. Now, just to show you from the front, my feet are quite a bit wider than my hips. So you might want to go even wider than you thought. On your inhale, find your tall spine. As you exhale, take your sit bones over toward that right heel. Now, as you bend into it, the left leg stays straight and long. That block will come down. My right heel is going to demo by coming off the mat. Some of you are going to come down. Your right heel will stay on the mat. It is just a matter of genetics. There's nothing right or wrong. Now, I want to show you also what it looks like from the front. So it'll look like this. You see my little toes on that left foot wiggling? It'll look like this. Good. Now, if that doesn't work for you, keep the block in the center, press into the block, come back up, and then take it over to the left side. Good, really nice. Now you may want to come to flat back as if your back is against the wall. You may even want to come to balancing. I like to show you these options, but they're not necessary. Now let's take it over to that first side. So the block comes to the center. You might even keep your sit bones low. Come to that first side. Now I want to show you a variation that goes a little deeper. I'm going to remove the block. Hands are going to come to the inside of the bent leg, or for me, the right leg. Walk your hands out. I want you to think hinging at the hips and then really sitting deep into that left sit bone, reaching back. So from the side, my spine is long, think forward fold. Good. And then walk the hands back in, come back to upright. You can grab your block along for the ride or not. As you come back down, I'm going to remove the block so you can see me. Continue to lower the sit bones down toward the left heel. And then walk the hands out forward and see how this feels for your body. If you're using the block, you might reach the block out nice and far from the body. And I want you to feel stable in your foundation. So breathe into that beautiful Skandasana shape. And then friends, press it back up. Bring your yoga block along for the ride, back to that wide-legged forward folds. We're in halfway. So bring that block underneath the heart. Really beautiful. Good. If you can go a little more, maybe lower the block and then press into the block. Beautiful. Left hand is going to come onto the block. Right hand is going to reach up nice and tall. Good. Twisting to the right. Now, can you take the right fingernails and reach them back even more? Like you're opening your heart to the ceiling. Good. Let's exhale. Right hand comes down to the block. Let's twist to that second side. Left hand is going to reach up nice and high. Shoulders move away from the ears. Take your left fingernails, reach them back. Beautiful. Exhale, come back to center. Now you can remove the block altogether or just stay in Ardha. Let's exhale, forward fold. You're going to walk your hands so that they're in a straight line with the feet. Think chaturanga arms, hug the elbows in. And you're going to look to the wall behind and then gently move the shoulders away from the ears as you hug the elbows in. Encourage your heart through your legs. Even if it doesn't go, you're just feeling that opportunity to decompress the spine. Good. Let's inhale back to Ardha. You can replace the hands to a block. Otherwise, fingertips. Going to come right into the hip creases, squeeze the shoulder blades together, straight legs, flat back, inhale high. Beautiful. Remove your blocks. Back foot steps up to meet the front foot, standing at front and center of your mat. Really beautiful, everyone. Let's take a beautiful lengthening breath in. Inhale, reach it up. As you exhale, stay long, reach wide, swan dive with the heart. Beautiful. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward folds. Inhale, Ardha. Engage your quads here. Press firm into the shins. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float, plank pose. Take a full breath as you transition into plank. Feel the strength of the body. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Really beautiful, everyone. Let's take the feet the width of the mat and then walk your feet in toward your hands just a bit. So feet wide. And then the feet and the hands are about 2 to 3 feet in distance. Good. And then let's stretch the outer legs, the IT band. Right hand reaches to the outer left shin or ankle. Twisting to the left, you'll look underneath that left underarm to the sky. The more you twist, the more you'll feel that outer left leg. Breathing into that space to create that sensation. Come back to center. Inhale, left hand to the outer right shin or ankle. You might even find a bend in the left arm as you twist to the right. Continue to press firm into the right palm. Press the mat away. Exhale, back to center. Good. Find your traditional down dog. So step the feet back and now only hips width. Good. As you exhale, friends, back to table pose. Take an inhale as you come into your cow shape. Really pull the mat toward you. Pull the heart through. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Press the mat away. Inhale, cow. Breathing deeply here. Really relax your face. Exhale, round into that. And again, inhale, cow. Shoulders relax far from the ears. And then exhale. As you come into your cat and you're pressing the mat away, now take the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to neutral. Wonderful. And now coming into cow face pose, bring the right knee to the center of your mat. Take your left knee, cross it behind the right, left knee behind the right. And then if you can, manually walk your feet toward the outer edges of the mat. And then you'll walk your hands back. If your block is nearby, you may sit on the block. Or if the block is too high, you may want to actually just roll your yoga mat, placing it underneath your right sit bone. Now, if by chance you land or sit on the left foot, that's all right. Just manually bring it out. So what you'll feel here is your knees stacking, your pinky toe sides of the feet really rooting down in order to sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders here. Beautiful, my friends. Now, this might be all you need for today. If you want to add in cow face arms, feel free to do so. Left arm comes behind, right arm comes. With my new in-life shoulder injury, I don't do this one that often without a belt because it doesn't feel good in my body, but just make sure you're not hunching forward, sitting up tall. That's a great option. For those of us that are staying with the hands to the ankles, just enjoying that opportunity to lengthen the spine. Good posture, really nice. Good, now release those cow face arms for those of you that have it. And we're just gonna come into a forward fold. As you inhale, friends, find your height in the spine, but root down, press the knees down, press the pinky toe sides of the feet firmly into this space. We're calling the earth beneath, and exhale. Coming into that forward fold. And long, calm breath. Deep Ujjayi breath in through the nose, out through the nose, my friends. And tell your hips to relax. Good. And then on the next inhale, come all the way up. And we're going to find our way out of this posture. So I like to use that left hand. Press yourself back up, unravel the legs. Take a moment to rotate the hips, nice big hula circles. If you come into any resistance along the way, breathe into that resistance. Change directions when you can. If there's any other motions in the body that would feel good, any organic movement, listen to your body. Good. Now, when you're ready, we are going to take the left knee to the center of our mat. We're going to cross the right knee behind. Again, working the feet out toward the edges of the mat. And then slowly finding yourself to sit between the feet. If you land on the right foot, go ahead and just manually bring it out to the side. Sitting up tall. Just finding your deepest breath. Remember your options to place support under that left sit bone. You're pressing the left hip down into the block or mat, whatever's allowing you to feel that nice evenness through the hips. Option for cow face arms. This time that right arm will come up, reach behind, pat yourself between the shoulder blades, take the left arm behind, join hands or use a strap. Feel free to stay here. Again, noticing your breath, noticing your posture, really root down in order to find that tall spine. Those of you not doing the cow face arms, your hands could be on your ankles, your feet. And then release the arms. Take one more breath, nice and tall. Join me if you'd like in that forward fold. So I'm hinging at the hips. I'm reaching my heart far from the navel. And you're feeling a beautiful stretch in that left outer hip, external rotators. If this by chance is too deep, come out of the posture. You can do so by extending the right leg long and just hugging that left knee into the chest. Slowly coming back to upright. And then once again, bringing yourself out of that posture, unravel the legs, taking a few Ujjayi breaths for some organic movement. You could do cat-cow, rotating the hips in both directions, moving at your own pace. It's so lovely to take time and really notice what the body, what signals are being sent. What does your body need today? Beautiful, friends. And then when you bring your legs around, we're going to slowly find ourselves onto our backs. You may want to grab a blanket, your eye pillow, anything that you may find valuable for today's Shavasana and meditation for those of you that will be doing the meditation lying down. We have just a few more yoga postures, but as always, if you are craving that early invitation to Shavasana, I know I am one of those candidates very often, more often than I'd like to admit, right? Feel free to take it. Otherwise, bring the knees in toward the shoulders, circle your ankles. Once again, both directions. So breathe into your knees, breathe into your calves. Keep your knees nice and wide here. And then as you exhale, find happy baby. So holding the arches, the ankles, or your shins. If you need a giggle and you have it on gallery, you can always look up and see everybody's feet. It always makes me giggle. If I'm having a day, find that swaying motion. What else does your body need today? And so this last part of class, I'm just going to call it as yogi's choice. So you could take a straddle, you could stay in happy baby, maybe take a twist. Always listening to your body. Taking this opportunity for any last minute postures that feel good. The Ujjayi breath continuing to cleanse the body. If you're following my lead, I'm just taking the knees over to the right for a gentle twist, anchoring the opposite shoulder blade. Taking as long as you'd like. Maybe drifting the legs over on an exhale to that second side. If you need a deeper variation, I know that everyone here today is a seasoned yogi, so giving you that freedom to come into any final postures. And eventually bringing the knees into the chest, swaying gently side to side. Ujjayi breath being sent to the bodies, the areas of the body that need it most. Take this time to distance the shoulders from the ears. Exhale all the air from the body. And as you inhale, tense up the entire body. Bring the nose to the knees. Hug the legs in nice and tight. And with a deep sigh, extend your limbs long, my friends. Allow your natural breath to return. And just taking this time as we find Rest in Shavasana. The mind will quiet. The breath will flow with ease. Let the eyes roll back into the sockets. Noticing your breath. As the natural breath flows in and out of the body, take notice of the movement of the body from the breath. As you take some time, sense the quality of your breath. How is your breath today? And sensing the sensations. You might be experiencing right now. And whatever is your reality, your right now, inviting space for that sensation, that emotion, experience to live inside. And how is your heart today? Is your heart heavy, vulnerable? Some might even notice anger. Perhaps excitement, joy. And whatever it may be for you, welcoming it. And like waves of the ocean, you'll notice that experience, that sensation eventually dissolves. And what remains is the steadiness of the breath. Breathing in, feel the body moving. And as you find the out breath, observing the release. The consistent filling up and softening on the out breath. And you'll notice that whatever was once calling for your attention will dissipate. And yet another emotion, experience, sensation will vie for your attention. And it's with that acceptance of what is right now that we can allow the breath and ourselves to be authentically who we are in this moment. Inviting a deeper, slower breath in. And a more present release. Feel the shoulders relaxing even further from the ears. I invite you to picture someone you've deemed a hero. It could be an indigenous healer. It could be a world figure like the Dalai Lama. It could be someone that is no longer with us. It's someone that you've deemed a higher power, a supreme being. And as you continue to focus on the enlightened one, take a moment to notice what sensations come up in the body as you think about this hero. You might notice a smile in the inner corners of the mouth. You might notice sensations that resemble a breath of fresh air. You might be seeing colors that are bright. You might even notice the quality of your breath changing. With your higher power. If the mind drifts away, just invite yourself back to this hero. Are you feeling tingling in the hands and feet? Are you feeling a sense of warmth or a temperature change? As you embrace in thoughts of this hero. Is the movement of the body with the breath flowing with ease? What does it mean in your body to really let go? To notice that you're not alone. To observe what it feels like to be supported. What sensations occur when you're part of a team, one that supports, one that listens. One that consults. Notice your breath. Sense as if you're becoming one with this higher entity. Their power and knowledge become yours. Their heroic traits are now living inside of you. Sensing it as almost a signal to guide you into tomorrow. Invite a longer in breath and really noticing the quality of this breath right now. And take a deeper inhale, breathing directly into any resistance that you may be experiencing in the body. Could be tightness in the chest, stiffness in the hips or jaw. And then deepening the breath as you scan the body, continuing to invite a softening. And as the out breath naturally flows, melting into the movement of the body. Taking this time for you, for your breath, and to show up for yourself. Giving yourself permission to let go. knowing that it will all get done, that it will all work out just as it should be at the right moment. Inviting yourself back to now again and again. Noticing the pace, the depth, the quality of your breath. The quality of your thoughts, and how it directly affects the quality of your life. The feeling that any task is a nuisance will soon disappear if it is done in mindfulness. And take a deep breath in and release. Begin to invite some small movements, swaying of the jaw, shrugging of the shoulders, wiggling the toes, the fingers. As you reach the arms overhead, take a long breath in. And with a deep release, gently bring the knees in for one last hug. Take some time as you sway side to side. As you eventually roll to one side. Just take a moment to say thank you to yourself for connecting, for showing up. And then when you feel ready, friends, take your time and find a comfortable seat. As you float the palms to Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide today's yoga and meditation. I hope you feel better, lighter, and at ease. I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving for whatever reason if I don't see you. And as always, take good care, friends. And let me know what you think about Tuesday next week, 1 hour earlier. Aloha and namaste. Thank you so much. Take good care, friends.